is not important? If you will say, me, now I know something else. Is not important information, friends? So I repeat, 35 minutes, 45 minutes are enough. And then I always say, as I told you on the phone, I'm from Partners, and I'm here to meet with you today and to discuss about the reasons that you work and the reasons that you need to have an income and so on and so forth. Sometimes I might say this is a confidential meeting, but I don't recommend this because we make our clients to feel suspicious. So, I start with the question, how many years you've been working? Bear in mind that our clients, they just met with us today because it happens to meet with us at the airport or in a restaurant, or it was a referral. And I'm sitting with this person the very first time. Why do I expect this person to tell me his age, how much he earns, and how he spends his money, and what is his goal, and what is his dream? Why this person will feel comfortable to tell me all these things the very first moment, the first 30 minutes of the meeting? So I realized that this is the main reason that the people defensive. So I wrote down these questions carefully, one by one, in order to make the client feel comfortable and tell me his story. And you will see that they will tell me everything with happiness. And they tell me 20 years. I've been working for 20 years. And then I write here 20 years. I have it in front of me. I'm not afraid that he's looking at me, that I'm reading the questions. I'm reading the questions. This is my job. Do I have to know all the questions without reading? No. And how many years are you planning to work? 20. Now this person might be 40 to 43 or 45. He started working at 25, and he's 45 now, and he's going to work up to 65. Do I have information, yes or no? You understand? And for which reason you are going to work the next 20 years? For pleasure or because of a need? Or both? Is that an important question? Because sometimes people, they always agree with us and say, yes, yes, oh yes, yes. And at the end they say, look, I have income from 2 shops which I rent at the plaza, and I don't have any need to work. So if something happens to me, I will still collecting the rent, and I'm going to be fine. So maybe these things are not for me, but for somebody else. Does this sound familiar to you? In your case, which are the sources of your income, Mr. Client? Is it because of your work, or you have some other income? I don't say what other income and how much and from which source. Other income. They don't mind to say some other income. But even they don't, and they have, at this stage, I don't mind. And you will understand why. Which percentage of your income is necessary for your family and for you in order to live in dignity? 100% of the income? 50% of the income? Now we start talking about numbers, but with percentages. So nothing to worry the client, because he says, yes, half of it, 40%, 80%. Sometimes people are not familiar with percentages, so we help them. 3/4, half, like this. But I take notes, and you will see what happens. which part of your income is guaranteed in case you cannot work. Now, if you have some other income or income from rent in your premises, we will find out. Or maybe social insurance is a small and tiny portion of guaranteed income in case he will not be able to work. This is not important, it is. Do you like it so far? Do you like it so far? If not, feel free, some of you, okay, to leave, no worries. I will still feel nice and okay with you because I do the same when I listen to a speech which I don't feel that is interesting for me, okay? So, no problem. Between you and me, I told you I'm an insurance agent, so feel free. That's why I came out before and I asked some of you to come in, and that's why I closed the door, because in Cyprus, we have a custom who always says, who is not here, his luck is not here. Okay? Because sometimes we feel like we drive our success ourselves first, and then the agency, and then the company, and then the market, and then the government, and the legislation, and the law. We drive our success. We can make it happen because we are the soldiers. We are at the first row. We are the ones that we need to train our clients for a better market. We are the ones who can make things happen. And by saying things happen, bear in your mind that only 6% of the people and firms worldwide, they make things happen. 60%, they follow the 6%, and the rest of them, 34%, they wonder what happens. So choose in which category you would like to be. The MDRT people belong to the 6%. And it's not because I'm here, and it's not because I'm an MDRT member. It's because MDRT is about not only knowledge and ethics, it's all about productivity as well. And serving the clients on a high level of service. So, have you ever thought, Mr. Client, what will happen in case, you see, I don't remember exactly everything if I don't read it. In case your salary was reduced, or if you had no salary. Have you ever? Yes or no? And if it's no, why? And if it's yes, why? And then next question is, which do you believe will be the reasons that could stop you from working? This is a very critical question. And my method is, I always give the chance to client to express his opinion. And people like to express their opinions. They like to talk. We are in the communication century. SMS, emails, MMS, everything in a second, worldwide. And people feel lonely. Our clients and ourselves, sometimes we feel lonely because we have nobody listen to us. They all have something to say, but there are not many volunteers to listen. So when I meet with clients, I'm all ears. I like to listen as much as possible. That's why I make few questions. And this is the secret.